I think in my past life I was like a puppy or a dog of some sort. When I'm embarking on new territory, all I want to do is sniff out every corner, every crevice, every crack there is, to understand, to explore. It's learning something new, and it's hard to learn something new. We always want to be in the know, we always want to know the most. So when you don't, it feels different. I mean, you go through school thinking that I know what I'm going to do next. I know what classes I'm going to take next. I know where I want to work, how I want to settle down, what city I'm going to live in. But there comes a time where it's just like, I actually have the choice to do something different. And that's what makes life different. Not the fact that the most drama we're ever gonna get is who the next person is in a relationship with, or how our relationship is a roller coaster, so it brings a little spice into our lives, or friend drama, or just things that it's so small, and this world is too large to be caught up or wasting your time in just something that's so small. Would I say this year feels different? Absolutely. For a long time, I always waited to do something. Well, something fun. I always said, once I finished college, once I got a good job, the list kind of went on, and it was like I was almost afraid to do anything. I just felt like I had to be in a certain place, in a certain city, or in a certain situation where it's like, okay, now I can do something. So I started to realize that this was actually taking a toll on me, emotionally and physically. So when I got an invitation from my beautiful friend Darlene, I jumped at it. Do something different this year. You're turning 25. This is the starting of the second quarter of your life. So I invited gorgeous Kemi, and it was like snap of the fingers and we were in New York. I have friends with really big butts. Huh? Oh my God. New York was an exciting dream world. I mean, I wanted to vlog, but I didn't have a decent enough camera that I was comfortable with holding. So I took everything on my phone, but I did take a lot of photos. It was at the beginning of this year. My mother and my closest friends were all like, Lola, you have to do more. You have to be more. You have to make a change. So I tried. I've never actually been in a helicopter before. I assumed it was just like a plane, just much smaller, but it's actually a lot more freakier. Okay, we are headed to the Brooklyn Bridge, and then, well, no, we're headed to Domo, which is, okay, we're headed to Dumbo, then we're headed to the Brooklyn Bridge, and Dumbo stands for Down Under Manhattan's Bridge Overpass. Why was it so hard for us to get that? Smorgasburg in Williamsburg, Smorgasburg was pretty amazing and beautiful as far as all the food that was there. Everyone was carrying around this particular cookie sandwich that looked so delicious. I mean, on a hot Sunday, it's like, yeah, an ice cream sandwich just works. So, of course, we say okay to the ice cream sandwich. And we also got coconut water. But the coconut water was so terrible. Why was it so terrible? Okay, hi guys, good morning. We're headed to, wait, where are we going? Grand Central to get breakfast, and then we're going to be going to Coney Island. So me and Kimmy are deciding to go to Coney Island. The first roller coaster we get on, we get stuck at the top. So there's this guy that climbs up and he's trying to, I guess, manufacture something, and he loses a toe and there's blood everywhere, and we're still like strapped to this ride, you know, just wanting to get down. They did eventually get a crane to bring us down after like 2 hours of being stuck there. We eventually encountered the EMT to get, you know, paperwork done, etc. Essentially, we were just so glad to be out of the situation that, you know, we were arguing with him, saying we're gonna sue, even though we knew we weren't. We were just bored. We're getting comped, some free food, and we got refunded our ride. So we left to find another landmark of New York, and we ended up at the High Line. Gorgeous, magnificently built architecture, just beautiful place. But ask us what we're doing, what we're going to do. Guys, we're on the hunt for a blanket. We can't find one. Good old Walgreens. I got a feeling. Ooh, ooh. That work? It's difficult getting out of your comfort zone. Did. It's hard to want to push yourself, get up every morning and say, I'm gonna do something different. you know, every day. But I'm learning. I'm learning all the time. And I think it's one of the best lessons and most exciting lessons I've learned to date. It's fun, you know, to say, I'm gonna go to new territory. And I'm not talking about new territory as in, you know, y'all are excursions and suits and equipment. I mean, I'm just talking about, you know, going to the next city and exploring and getting to know the people that are right next to you. I think one thing I did learn, and that I'm still learning, is that it's okay to be by people that are not necessarily like me, that may not have the same goals or the same direction as me. These people that are simply just living life and have their own path. You know, it's okay to meet them. It's okay to be around them. It's okay to experience them, to gain from them. I don't know everything. You know, I don't know everything, and a person that may not have gotten the same exact education as me, or may have just had different struggles in their life, that doesn't necessarily mean they either know more or less than I do. But there's something that I can take from them. So there's that constant energy, you know, that's telling you, you know what, we might not click, we might not work out, but all of that's negative. All of it is not what you need. It's not what you need to hear. You know, it's like the bad angel and the good angel. You have to be willing to say, you know what do you got for me? What do you got for me? You have to be willing. You have to be willing to fall and fly.